As an online fitness coach, the number one most common question I get about fat loss and sustainable fat loss is how do I lose those first 15 pounds and how do I keep it off afterwards? What do I need to be able to do to hit these goals without hating the process? I'm Coach Willie G. These are the top 5 secrets to losing 15 plus pounds and keeping it off. Secret number 1 is mindset. Now, this may seem a little fluffy, but it is the most important factor when it comes to you losing those next 15 pounds. You see, a lot of people get it in their head that for some reason they're special, that they can't lose weight, that they're stuck, that they've hit a plateau. Maybe you've tried a diet before and it didn't work. Maybe you've never dieted before because you just don't think you can restrict yourself. I'm here to call BS on all of those excuses. Fat loss is not as complicated as you've been made to think it is. Marketers love throwing complex terms at you and confusing you into buying their products, hoping that that's going to be the thing that gets you those 15 pounds lost. And it's not. Hard work, dedication, and a proven formula is what's going to get you there. The minute you can get that into your mind and understand that it's me accountable for my own actions, what I'm eating, and how I'm acting throughout the day that's going to cause that weight loss, the faster you're going to see results. So accountability and a positive mindset, that knowing there's a proven formula that's going to allow you to lose weight, that's the first step in your weight loss journey. Okay, secret number 2, we just kind of talked about. It's the proven formula behind fat loss. It's a way to get around all the BS, all the different marketing, and you can easily identify where the marketing fits into this formula. The formula is called the hierarchy of fat loss. It's something I created based off of Maslow's hierarchy of human needs that we learn about in business school. For those of you who don't know, I'll throw it up on the screen here. Maslow's hierarchy of needs simply starts with the basic human needs leading up to the highest human needs, but you can't have one without first stepping on the base, and you build your way up to the top. So let's hop in to the hierarchy of fat loss. So at the base, you have your energy balance. This is simply the amount of energy your body is consuming versus the amount it's expending. Now, when we consume energy, we call those calories. And when we burn energy, we call that burning calories. So essentially what we're trying to do here is making sure that no matter what diet we choose, no matter what method we choose to eat with, we're achieving a caloric deficit. Eating less energy than we're expending, and therefore burning those excess stores we have, which are going to be those fat cells. This is the very base of the pyramid. Without this, other diets won't work. In fact, if a diet claims that you can lose weight while not in a caloric deficit, then it is actually claiming that it can break the laws of thermodynamics, which is impossible. So now that we have our base in the caloric deficit, we can build off of that to further optimize our diet. Point number 2 is going to be digestion. You need to be able to digest your food. If you're someone who does not like lactose, if you're someone who does not do well with meats, having a vegan or a paleo diet can really help you. But again, we go back to the base. You can eat as vegan, as keto, as paleo, but it has to abide by the caloric deficit rule. If that point number 2 to help you digest your food easier, to agree with you more, goes and forces you to eat out of a caloric deficit, you're breaking the first rule and your diet won't work. Number 3, we get into the nitty-gritty, the micronutrients. You'll see this everywhere. People saying, oh, eat this vitamin, eat this superfood to help you lose weight. These things have such a minimal impact that you shouldn't really focus on them too much to begin with. You want to start with eating a caloric deficit and still having foods you enjoy and allow you to eat sustainably. Once you've done that and you've optimized it for your digestion, finding a way of eating that allows you to feel light and not bogged down by your food, only then do we want to get hyper-focused on vitamins and minerals and superfoods and adding those and supplementing those into our diet. In number 4 comes meal timing. You'll hear a lot of people talk about you can't have carbs this late at night and you want to skip breakfast so that you keep burning fat in the morning. How do I put this nicely? Your body does not know what the hell's going on a day-to-day cycle like we do. Your body runs 24/7. It's constantly going. You're constantly metabolizing food. You're constantly digesting. You can eat when you want to eat. You should eat regularly throughout the day. I say anywhere from 3 larger meals to 5 smaller meals throughout the day. Some people find that it's easier on their digestive system to have 3 meals throughout the day. Other people like the frequent feedings and tend to snack more, and they'll do better with 5 meals. The timing of your meal has no bearing on whether or not that meal will be stored as fat. If you have carbs before bed, they do not immediately break all the other rules that we just talked about and decide to be stored as fat. Again, this is a big topic in and of itself, so I could do a whole other video on this, but to keep this short, meal timing does not matter for fat loss. Lastly, and this has become extremely popular, this is the very pinnacle of the pyramid, but it's such a great topic to market stuff on that people will try to sell you on this every which way. And it is optimizing hormones. Optimizing hormones is this idea that if we eat certain foods, we'll boost certain hormones that'll have a rapid weight loss effect on us. For guys, you'll see it all the time. Eat these 5 testosterone boosting foods, and all of a sudden you're gonna look like a bodybuilder. That is so far from the truth. And it steers people so wrong because it gets people hyper focused on these points that do not matter. They lose track of eating in a caloric deficit. They lose track of eating good foods with good micronutrients. They get hyper focused on, oh, I'm going to boost my testosterone and that'll fix all my problems. If you eat some kind of food that boosts your testosterone and then go and have McDonald's for dinner, that's not, it doesn't work that way. So at the very top, if you have done all these other 4 things and you really are still looking to further optimize it, then you can work on adding in these hormone optimizing foods into your already set up diet. But if someone comes to you and says you should eat this way because it's gonna optimize this hormone and fix all your problems, know that they're probably trying to sell you something and it's BS. All right, secret number 3, and this one might come as a surprise to you. The type of workouts you do don't really matter. Now, coming from a guy who's a workout enthusiast, that might be a little shocking to you, but let me explain. Like I said earlier, this is all about managing your energy, the amount of energy we take in and the amount of energy we put out. Now, if you're trying to sculpt your body to look more muscular in certain places, then obviously the type of workouts you're going to want to do matter. The type of weights you're lifting and the ways you're lifting them are going to help sculpt your body in that way. But if you just want to lose fat, you're not worried about building muscle, you're not worried about sculpting any kind of physique, the type of workouts you do don't really matter. As long as you're able to track the calories in the workout you're performing, it doesn't matter what movements you're doing, if you're using weights, if it's just pure cardio, if it's running, if it's HIIT, if it's on a treadmill, if it's on a Stairmaster, if it's just body weight in your home with bands. As long as you can track your calories that you've burned while doing the workout, you don't need to worry about any fancy workout routines. You don't even need a gym membership. As long as you're able to track the amount of calories you burn from your workout each day, you can achieve your goal. Because again, like I said, we're balancing our energy here. As long as you know how much energy you're bringing in and you can track how much energy you're putting out, you can adjust those numbers to make sure you're eating in a caloric deficit and losing the right amount of weight. Secret number 4, it has to be sustainable. People, this is where everyone goes wrong. Leave a like right now if you have started a diet and you got some results and you just could not maintain what that diet was asking of you and you put back on all the weight. I've done it. I know you have done it. Everyone has done this because diets are ridiculous. Let me give you an analogy. Imagine you go into work on Monday and you work hard all week and you're dying for the weekend, and on Friday afternoon your boss says, hey, I need you to stay late and I need you to work Saturday and Sunday as well. You'd be like, oh, you do that, then the whole next week you're going, and on Friday your boss does it again. At this point you're ready to walk out the door. All of a sudden you realize every single Friday he's asking you to work Saturdays and Sundays as well with no break. How long would you last in that position before you quit? So why are you asking anything different from a diet? The way that I have my clients follow their diet follows a weekly routine, right? You work Monday to Friday. We're really, really strict on trying to be perfect on our diets there. We try to be perfectionists during the week. On Saturdays, I say, you know what? You've done a great job. You've worked hard all week. You've tracked. Try to eat healthy, but don't bother tracking it. Don't bother counting your calories. Just eat what you perceive as healthy when you're hungry. Eat until you feel full. Don't stuff yourself, and just be a responsible adult. It's good practice for not being a compulsive tracker and having to track everything. And then on Sunday, I give them a set amount of calories and say, hey, go have yourself a big cheat meal with these extra 500 to 1,000 calories. And they go out with their friends and they'll get a burger, fries, a beer. It's a way to relax and reset, because you eat all that, you shouldn't feel guilty. You'll feel very full. And when you get into the next week, you'll be like, I'm full, I satiated my cravings, I'm ready to give it another full week of effort. That way is extremely sustainable, and it keeps you away from eating disorders. You don't want to trade one eating disorder for another. You don't want to go from someone who's always binging to someone who can't eat a carb. Secret number 5, you need support. This is something that I learned for myself through a lot of trial and error. It's extremely hard to stick to a diet without some kind of support and accountability. Whether that's setting a date and telling people about it and what your goals are for it, or if it's actually hiring a coach to keep you on track and give you the proper guidance, you need support if you're gonna make this happen. I can't tell you how comforting it is to have a problem. Trust me, when you're hangry and you are feeling like, I can't do this anymore, having someone to go to and having them give you the proper guidance, whether that being like, yeah, you need to eat more right now and do this and that, or hey, have these foods instead and you'll feel more full. Having someone to properly guide you through this experience is going to make it sustainable. If you're trying to do everything yourself, I guarantee you'll run into a roadblock, and not knowing a way around it, you'll most likely quit. When you have a coach, it's like having a guide that can take you down this road because they've been down it before. And just like anything in life, having a mentor, having a guide is necessary for success in that field. So if you're someone who's really serious about weight loss, and this isn't just I'm gonna try a fad diet, no, this is I'm gonna change my life today, you need to invest in a coach. You need to invest in a coach. You need to invest in a coach. You will find your ideal diet, and you will lose those first 15 pounds and many more after that until you are your ideal body shape and you can maintain that indefinitely. Any one of these secrets could be the secret that helps move the needle for you and achieve your goals. Please comment down below which secret spoke the most to you. Hopefully you guys took something away from this. If anything, it was some good information or just some inspiration and motivation to keep pushing for your goals. Comment down below what you want to see more of. If you have any ideas for these videos, we'll be putting one out every week. You can follow me again here on my socials and subscribe for more weekly videos. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Peace.